Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Love Grows Tarot. I'm here to do a tarot card reading for the sun sign of Scorpio in the month of November. If you like these readings, please subscribe and like. If you want notifications of upcoming readings, please ring the bell. Comments are very welcome. I will leave descriptions in my description box below, including a link for donations, which are greatly appreciated. Follow me on Instagram. I do a daily reading there, Love Grows Tarot. And if you want to purchase some more in-depth personal reading from me, go to my Etsy shop, Love Grows Tarot shop. These are general readings, so they're not going to resonate with absolutely everyone. The energies and themes of these readings will take place in the future as well, so come back and review these readings at any time. I begin my readings with 3 cards, the overall energy for the month, what to be mindful of for the month, and where some additional luck will be coming to you for the month. I am guided by tarot and I am guided by spirit in my readings. I will finish the rest of my reading ending with the Wisdom Oracle, the Animal Spirit Oracle, and the Moonology Oracle. So let's get started with this reading for Scorpio in November. So November is a big month. This year has been a big year, let's face it. But especially with October and November, Mars went retrograde in Aries and Mercury went retrograde on October the 13th and ending in November. We have a big election that is very concerning for the whole world, actually. So let's get on with this reading, keeping in mind that we're probably, all of us are in a different state of mind than if things were sort of as usual or as we have been used to for the last long while. So let's get started with this reading for Scorpio in the month of November. What is going to be the overall energy for Scorpio? We have the 5 of Wands. So it's going to be a competitive energy. Which is, hey, with what we're going through right now, and in November, where differences of opinions are going to be flying around. There's going to be challenges within that, a competitiveness. So really it's about getting used to the overall air and the overall energy in the air, because there's going to be a lot of, like I said, differences of opinions. There's going to be a lot of that sort of urgency and that anxiety. So be prepared for that for the month of November. What else does Scorpio need to know about for the month of November? What to be mindful of for Scorpio in the month of November? What does Scorpio need to be mindful of in the month of November? My dear friends, the Scorpions, who are the water signs, who ride on their emotions. So the mindful card is coming from the 9 of Pentacles. A sense of independence, of creating your own world, creating your own luxury, also luxury and refinement and what that means to you. But it is very sort of going your own way, building your own world. It's also a female in this card, and about how females now are in a position to create their own world, to have their independence, to create their own luxuries. So we also are in a situation, especially in the United States, where those kind of privileges of really sort of being strong in that female sense are being thought to be taken away from us. So be mindful of that strength, that feminine strength, and that feminine energy to get you exactly what you want, to get you what you want, to get you the lifestyle that you want, to create what you want. Where some additional luck may be coming to Scorpio in the month of November? Where some additional luck may be coming from for Scorpio in the month of November? The month of November, where some additional luck will be coming for Scorpio in the month of November. The month of November for Scorpio. Luck in November for Scorpio. Where will that be coming from? Luck in November for Scorpio. Where will that be coming from, Spirit? So it's coming from Justice. And Justice is a major arcana. So these are life lessons. These are changes. These are transformations. And that's where luck's coming from. So with these three cards and sort of thinking in terms of the Supreme Court and women and their stronghold in our present day and sort of the arguments here, there's going to be a big presence here with that. Justice comes up in readings as a fairness card too, but it definitely has to do with the law system. So there's going to be some luck there. So hopefully the luck will be in the fact that the changes that are trying to be implemented into the system, especially in the United States, will change. Or just in general for you, Scorpio, there may have been competitiveness. So you may be leaving a situation and going out on your own, but you will be rewarded in a lifestyle that is something that matches sort of where you've been or what you were thinking or what you desire. And justice is going to be fair in this situation. That's where the luck's going to come from, is that. So what else does Scorpio need to know about in the month of November? The Queen of Pentacles. So the queens are leaders. The queens are established. The queens are masters in their field. So the earth signs, the pentacles are the earth signs, so that's Taurus and that's Virgo and that's Capricorn. This is all about your possessions and your finances and really getting control of them and stepping up into them and really using this queen energy to get everything together. Especially if you are in a situation of change, then really really get on top of it. Really take control of that area in your life. Be the queen of that area. Be independent. It could perhaps be somebody coming in to assist you, somebody who has strong values in this area of their life, somebody that has it really together, some strong woman that has her own business and has her own world and has her own things and is really good at finances and really good at organizing things and really good at sort of making design and you know, just making this perfect lifestyle for themselves. On the other hand, it very well could be you've got to step up to the plate. Now you're in a situation of controlling over your finances, over the way you run things, over your home, your environment, what you want. What else does Scorpio need to know about in November? So we have the Seven of Cups. These are choices. These are temptations. These are illusions. So be very, very mindful about that. You're going to step into a scenario where you may be tempted by choices, and you may be tempted by things that seem too good to be true. So be very, very mindful of what choices you're making. And it's also about dreams, about sometimes people have these dreams and they just sort of stay dreams. You don't really put them into action. The Queen of Pentacles would put these things into actions. The Queen of Pentacles would really sort of, this is a very emotional card, so this is all in feeling good and those temptations and those desires. And the Queen's a very grounded sign. So the Queen is here to really sort of guide you through this, because you could, just because something looks good, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's good for you. So what else does Scorpio need to know about? So we have the Hermit, so another major arcana card, so another lesson happening. This one is about inner knowledge, about meditation, about introspection, about really sort of figuring out where you're going and what you're doing and who you are. So we have the Queen here, a very grounded person, a very in-charge person, very together with like her financial life and her just her environment. She's also connected to nature. And then we have this choices coming in. And these choices are very tempting, and they're all kind of like illusionary and, big dreams that aren't really coming to fruition. And then we have the Hermit that is like wanting to take you back into like what's going on, where are you going, what are you doing, who are you, what are you. There's a lot of knowledge there for you to learn. The next card we have for you is the Empress. So it's another major arcana card. So this one is about creating. We go back to nature too. We both have earthy cards here. So there might be a connection to nature for some of you. But she's also a creator of ideas, a creator in general. She's a birth too. So for some people, it's not only birthing ideas, but it could be an actual birth. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what else the cards have to say here. Let's see what's going on for Scorpio in the month of November. Scorpio in the month of November. Scorpio in the month of November. What is going on with Scorpio in the month of November? The Eight of Wands. Things are going to start happening. So the Empress is here. She's about creating. She's about starting something new. Any projects, any goals, ideas, creative ideas. And things are going to start happening really quickly and taking you in a new direction. Then we have the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles is also a relationship with money. It's also the card of greed, so some people might be hanging on to money a little too tightly. For some people, it might be just your environment. Maybe you're living in a city and the cost of living is just like getting way too out of hand, especially as cities are gentrifying and especially as cities are developing. It's really getting quite expensive for a lot of people to live in large cities. Also, with the impact of the coronavirus, there's a lot of when it comes to finances, there's a lot of challenges there. Some of you might be creating something in nature. Maybe you're moving out to nature. Maybe you're making that big change to get away. If you are deciding to do that, that is going to happen quite quickly for you. What else does Scorpio need to know about in the month of November? November 2020. A very big month. What else does Scorpio need to know about for the month of November? So we have another major arcana card, another card of transformation, important lessons. It comes from the Wheel of Fortune. So things are changing. The Wheel of Fortune comes in. It is a good fortune card, but it's definitely a change, a big change, a radical change. And then we have the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is secrets. It's also getting out of a situation with just taking what you need. It's not about staying in something because you feel that you need to get more out of it. It's kind of like knowing when to get out, and then that whole just taking what you need and moving away. Sometimes that's a good thing for people, especially if they're in a situation that's really not working out for them. Take what you deserve and then get out. For others, it's about secrets, about some secrets going on, or it's about people. You have to sort of watch your possessions because people might be taking your ideas, or they might be taking your things, or so really be on top of making sure that you lock your doors, making sure that you know where your possessions are, making sure that you're aware of the people that you're surrounding yourself with. And then we have the Page of Wands, which is the beginning of new growth. And the Wands are the fire signs, so that would be Aries, that would be Leo, and that would be Sagittarius. The Wands are messages. The Wands are also learning and education, learning new things. So there's a big change happening, and maybe you are going to decide that, hey, I've had enough, I want to get out, and then you're going to open up into whole new opportunities for growth, whole new ideas, whole new ways of doing things. So I'm just going to put the cards down. So yeah, so there might be, for Scorpio, you might be going through a move of some type. You might be moving away, and these kind of, you're really going to start to understand yourself, or you're really going to put yourself into a place of what do I want and where do I want to go with it. You're organize your finances. You're going to get everything together. You might be moving into nature, or closer to nature, away from the city, because the city is just not working out for you. It's going to be a big change. It's going to be a lot of growth in this area. And then just take enough that you need. Wherever it is that you're going, don't take too much. Like, simplify your life, and then just get going and get things growing. So now I'm going to finish with the oracle cards. We're going to start with the wisdom oracle, and we are going to see what advice is there. So we have, from the wisdom oracle, we have number 1. So the ones are always new beginnings, new ventures, starting off on new levels. And this is yang. This is a very masculine energy, a very driven energy, a really go-getter energy, a very wands kind of energy. So you can't be lost in your emotions. This whole 7, we got the 2 7s here as well. So you getting stuck in this sort of illusionary dream world of, or this temptations, or always thinking like, oh, I want this and I want that and I want this and I want that, is not the reality. You have to really get into yourself and think about where you're going and what you want to do. And you might be making a big move, but that big move is going to create a big change, which is a good change. Simplify your life. And then you're at the beginning of whole new opportunity of growth, a whole new way of just a whole new way of building. You're building a new life, and it's going to be one that's going to be really much more beneficial to the one that you had. What else does Scorpio need to know about in the month of November? So it's coming from number 64, which in numerology, you add the numbers, that's 10, that's 1. It's a whole, ones, once again, are new beginnings. This is from Wasp Spirit, and it says, sometimes life stings. Sometimes life stings, but sometimes life has to sting you in order for me to make you change. This is how we learn. This is how we grow. This is how we get out of ruts. This is how we change things for the better. Sometimes we're complacent and we find ourselves stuck somewhere, and we just have these wishes of wanting to be somewhere else. And we have these, once again, it's like the 7 of Cups, where we wish we were somewhere else, and we wish we had something different, and we wish it wasn't like this, and then we don't take the action. So we're not really being ourselves. So then the Hermit comes in and is like, hey, okay, so you have all these things that you wish could change, and you're not making the change. You really have to connect to yourself and connect to a different kind of vibration and a different kind of way of thinking, and then these changes will be able to happen. So what does Moonology advice have to say for Scorpio in the month of November? Scorpio. So it is coming from South Node, and it is telling you to not let your past hold you back. So once again, we're talking about change, and we're talking about active change, and we're talking about really connecting to making things happen, and really connecting to the messages that are coming from your inner guide, and what are they telling you. And the opportunities are going to arise. You're going to be able to create a whole new life. And it may be away from the city, and it's going to be a change, a life-changing experience. Simplify, take what you need, and it's going to be the beginning of a lot of growth. You have this wand here, and you can turn that wand into anything you want to. You have to stay out of your head. Got to stay out of these like wishing things were better, and you got to be more active. You have to be more yang. You have to be more driven, more ambitious. So that's your reading for the month of November, Scorpio. I hope you enjoyed these readings. I enjoy reading for you. If you like these readings, please subscribe and like. If you want notifications of upcoming readings, please ring the bell. Comments are very welcome. I'll leave descriptions in the description box below, including a link for donations, which are very useful and greatly appreciated. Follow me on Instagram. I do a daily reading there, #lovegrowstarot. And if you want a more personal, in-depth reading from me, go to my shop, Love Grows Tarot Shop. It's gonna be a big month for you in November. Like I said, Mercury retrograde will be ending, and so that's a good time for new beginnings. Also, with the Mercury retrograde from October 13th into November, it's a good time to take care of unfinished business, to really sort of like look around you. Don't start anything new, finish off things that need to be done with. Once again, it's also going to be a big month where there's going to be a lot of energy floating around. There's going to be a lot of people are going to be very anxious, and people are going to be very emotional. So ride that wave, but think of where you want to go in your life first, and don't be too heavily influenced by emotions, especially over emotions. And yeah, there's going to be some really cool changes for you, and you're going to be going in a really cool direction, and it's going to lift a weight off your shoulders for a lot of you. Have a great month in November. Please stay safe, not only for the safety of yourself, but also for the safety of others. And I will see you next time.